I received quite a few questions on how I made these labels, so I'm going to try my best to go through that process with you. So once you're in your Cricut design space, you're going to go to Shapes and click Square. Go ahead and change that square color to white. And then you can adjust the size of your label to any size that you want. I chose a 2x2. Next, go into your text. Type what you want your label to say. I did all caps for this part, so thieves. Shrink that down to an appropriate size, and then you're going to choose your font. All the fonts that I use are just the free fonts available through Cricut, and this particular font that I use for my labels is called, I'm sure I'm going to say it wrong, but Didot or Ditto, something like that. Okay, here's one of the important parts. Because we're not cutting this out of vinyl, we have to print it. You're going to go down here to the Print Then Cut and hit Standard. On my labels, I put a line underneath the thieves, and I'll just show you a simple way to do that. Once again, just open up a new text, and then I just hit the Shift key and then the dash several times, and it makes a nice long line for you. Again, just shrink that down to the size you need. Line it up where you want it. Same thing, you need to go up here and go down to Print Then Cut Standard. Now I'm going to open up a text box one more time, and I'm going to label with what it is. So in this case, the glass and window cleaner. It always comes really huge when you first type the font, so you just got to shrink that down to the size that you want. One more time, you need to change this to Print Then Standard. For this bottom label, I wanted these letters spaced apart a little bit more, so I just went up here to the letter spacing and just brought it up to 0.2. Now you can just play around with where you want the placement of these on your label. I tried to center it as best as I could. On my labels, I also did put the 16 ounce on the very bottom, but for time's sake, I'm not going to do that on this demonstration. So here's my label. I have it the way I think I want it. Go over to the other side and hit Shift and then click on every single item that you added to this label. You can hit Duplicate up here, and that makes another one for you. So now you can see another one was duplicated, and I'm just going to drag that over, and now I can click on whatever words I want and change the text. One more important detail before you print. Again, select all those, and here at the bottom you need to hit Flatten. I am running out of time, so I'm going to have to go into a part 2 of this. Sorry, friends.